actually, speaking of passion, I overlooked perhaps our most passionate speaker. I'd like to invite our local, if I may, 300? Sure. I like it. All things green. All things green. Dency Nelson, please.
It's sacrilegious to be standing on green plans for a green home. As Primitiva said from the Senator O'Kaza's office, this is an historic day, and that's what I said when I invited folks to come on my email list. It's historic because 3 years ago, Robert Fortunato came to me. I was chairman of the Hermosa Beach Green Building Committee, this nebulous thing that was trying to focus on the commitment that the city had already made in November of 2006 on becoming the first city in the South Bay to sign on to the Cool Cities Initiative. And we really didn't know what to do with that. We just said, well, we've just got to bring up a profile of how we can become a sustainable city. How do we do that? And I'll say right from the beginning, the Community Development Department, Ken Robertson and Eva Choi and now Pam Townsend, they indicated they were going to be with us on this thing. They provided us meeting space at City Hall, and we put together some people. I call these meetings every couple of months. Then this paisan, Robert Fortunato, and I can say that I'm half Italian, even with the name Nelson, my mom's Italian, this beautiful name Fortunato comes to me, and he says he wants to do this. And he says, I need your help, Dency, because some of this stuff is going to be outside the envelope. We're going to be challenging the building department on implementing some of this stuff, and I'm going to need your help. And I said, you're going to need my help? Bingo. This is going to be the target. This is going to be the inspiration. This is what's going to inspire the city to do everything that the city's now doing. And 3 years later, here we are. The city is committed to the same thing. The moniker Green Idea House is the Fortunato House. And we are now the Green Idea City. So this is an historic day because we've been talking so far. And we've been enthusiastic. And our planning department, first thing, we're jumping on board. And I wanted to make sure all of our planning commissioners were here because they were the ones that demonstrated to us was an individual thing that came from Robert. He said, one of the first things I need to do is I got to get in the code that I can have a vertical access wind turbine. There's nowhere in the code for that. That's going to challenge some things. We brought it to the planning commissioners. They didn't say, oh, well, we can't do that. We said, well, let's look into this. They did their homework. They showed enthusiasm. They came back and said, we can do this. We knew then that Robert's house was going to happen, and we knew it was going to happen in the city. So why this is an historic day? Because now, 3 years later, we're going to start seeing this house become that Green Idea House, and implementation of this stuff's going to happen. And I know it's going to encourage the city to start really putting our actions, our actually physical implementation of the stuff we've been talking about for 3 years. So thank you very much, and thank all of you for being here too.